Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, you unfortunately did read the title right. GTA 6 2023 and 2024? Zach, what does this mean and what are you even talking about? Well, this actually comes from Take-Two Interactive themselves, Rockstar Games' parent company, where yesterday they actually posted their committed marketing budget by fiscal year for the years 2020 through 2025. And it's in this chart right here. And I'm going to break it down for you throughout the entirety of this video, and we're going to talk about this. But essentially, that red bar you see right there, in the years 2023 and 2024, Take-Two Interactive is expected to spend almost $100 million on marketing alone, which has led a lot of fans to speculate that this must be because of Grand Theft Auto 6. And the reason for that is because the last time we've seen numbers like this from Take-Two Interactive on their marketing budget was for Red Dead Redemption 2. So there's actually a lot of evidence to back all of this up, and we're going to go over all of that today. So if you enjoy the video, I hope I can at least earn your thumbs up. So I actually saw this on Twitter Day from the user Jeff Grubb, where he tweeted, Take-Two currently plans to spend twice as much on marketing in fiscal 2024, which is April 2023 through March 2024, relative to any other year over the next half decade. That's $89 million in marketing is most likely for Grand Theft Auto 6. The last time Take-Two Interactive forecasted a spike like this, it was for Red Dead Redemption 2. That's already followed up that tweet with this bar graph that we showed off in the intro to this video, where he said, this can change, and it already has. The last SEC filing, the marketing spend spike happened in fiscal 2023. Shout out to Jeff Cohen at Stevens for the chart. So essentially just taking a look at this chart once again, on the left side, that was the predictions in May 2019. And then in May 2020, you see that it's actually changed from 2023 to 2024. Now, obviously, my guess is that this is because of the pandemic that's going on in the world right now. Everything is essentially put on hold, so everything is pushed back a year. So fiscal 2023 would have been April 2022 to 23, but because of this now being fiscal 2024, that's April 2023 to April 2024. That's a lot of 2020s to say, but essentially that with these projections and with Take-Two projecting spikes like this with RDR2, it would be for a big name game like GTA 6. And let's not negate the fact, and we'll talk about this a little later on in the video, that Take-Two Interactive has confirmed over the next 5 years like 92 or 3 major titles. Obviously, they're not the only parent company to Rockstar Games. There's the 2K games. Grand Theft Auto 6 would obviously just be the biggest and the moneymaker there. So this could apply to a lot of things, but realistically, it does make sense for this to be aimed towards GTA 6. And lastly, Jeff followed up with that tweet by saying, 2023 makes sense for a couple of reasons. Plenty of time for next gen to hit a healthy install base. Also, Rockstar is wanting to re-release RDR2 on next gen first, and it needs time to figure out what it looks like to keep GTA Online's momentum under Grand Theft Auto 6. That also makes a lot of sense there, being that RDR2 will most likely be remastered for next generation consoles when those do release a little bit later on this year. But also at the same time, it's just so insane to think that if Grand Theft Auto 6 did come out in either 2023 or 2024, that would be 10 or 11 years since a Grand Theft Auto game came out. And by that point, like GTA Online hasn't been fun for me in years. So when it comes down to this, just a few more years of that, and I know that it can still be enjoyable to other people, but man, that is a long freaking time. But then again, Rockstar Games does put out some amazing content and amazing work. So that said, all of that does make sense from Jeff Grubb, especially with the graph to back that up and Rockstar re-releasing RDR2. Now let's talk about Jason Schreier, very renowned video game journalist who we talked about in April with the basically the war of the Rockstar Games insiders. In case you missed out on that, basically Jason Schreier put out an article where it mentioned the fact that GTA 6, according to Rockstar Games insiders, is only in early development. And that's where Fun MW2 and Yan2295, very renowned Rockstar Game insiders and leakers as well, said, hey, the game is 60 to 70% complete. So we've got this clash. Two different types of insiders or people with Rockstar Games inside information saying, hey, the game's in early development. The other side is saying, hey, the game is 70% complete. Well, Jason put out a tweet saying, sorry folks, GTA 6 is still years away. Rockstar insiders, no, it's 70% done. Dozens of gamers just basically harassing him. So Jason has been getting a ton of hate and harassment from Rockstar Games fans because of him basically saying GTA 6 is in early development and still a few years away. And as far as that stuff goes, man, like, the hate, I don't understand. I understand a lot of the Rockstar community is younger kids and just pissed off gamers. But, man, I don't get it. Especially if you go to any of Rockstar Games posts on Twitter, any of these journalists or anything like that. It's just a lot of hate. Or read the comments on this video or other GTA YouTubers' videos. The GTA community is very toxic. And that goes with anything. But if you guys are watching this, don't take it out on the journalists. Those guys are just the messengers. So as far as like hate and things like that go, that's just as annoying as like the GTA 6 question mark tweets under Rockstar Games Twitter post. And at that point, I think that's kind of a meme. Anyways, Jason was asked on Twitter, someone said, I know this kind of misses the point, but that's not even a contradiction, is it? 70% done could still mean years left to go for a project of that massive size. And Jason said, I think game development is too non-linear a process for anyone to be able to say that a game years away is 70% done. Now, back to as far as like the marketing and spending all that money on advertising goes, one thing that obviously is, like I said, it's crazy to think about, but 2023 seems like a long time away because we're anticipating this game that we don't even know anything about, basically. And with it being years away, 2023 sounds like forever, or 2024, but really we're halfway through the year 2020. So that would be about 2.5 years, which actually matches kind of Rockstar Games' pattern as far as announcing games. If, say, GTA 6 is announced sometime in 2020. Basically, Rockstar Games' pattern, if you're not familiar with that, is you get an announcement. And between the announcement and the release date, there's about 2 years, or a little under 2 years. But between that 2 years, there's going to be about 2 to 3 delays, and then there's some crazy crunch time. That's what we've seen with GTA 5, RDR2. So basically, we could expect the same thing. That's, like I said, if GTA 6 is announced ASAP, that would just leave us like a early 2023 to mid 2023 release. But if we get it later on in the year, it matches just that 2023-2024 release, which, like I said, it sucks. Even though we know that the game will be amazing, because I don't think Rockstar could ever let us down. But, man, when you're anticipating something, it takes forever, and it seems like forever. So anyways, as far as the kind of war with the insiders goes, speaking of those guys, well, they both chimed in, FunMW2 and Yan2295. So starting off with Tez Funds, or FunMW2 as I still call him, he actually posted on the GTA forums, early development by Rockstar standards means the game is 6 to 8 years away. If it releases in 2023, then full development would have started in 2015, which is about 8 years worth of development. That's what we've seen with RDR2. It's also possible that the game was planned to release a year earlier, but the pandemic happened and delayed everything. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier on in the video, to me that makes the most sense. I feel like, and it's my pinned tweet on Twitter that I posted in September 2019, the GTA 6 would have been announced between mid-March to May 2020, but because of the pandemic, everything was pushed back. Literally, just everything is on hold right now, and I just firmly believe that that has a major effect on that. Tez Funds also tweeted, regardless of who's right or wrong about GTA 6, it's sad to see some fans result to harassment. Same thing happened to Rockstar after the article. So basically, just to reiterate, be mature. Even if you are a kid, it doesn't make sense to post anything crazy or harass these guys. Like, you're just wasting your own time and energy at that point. But to talk about another insider, we've got Yan2295 to kind of top things off. And he tweeted out, replying to Jason, saying, professional journalism right here. Don't forget, Take-Two have around 90 titles to release. It could easily be for those and not GTA 6. Also, only $89 million for GTA 6's marketing. GTA 5 was around $130 million. This could be for GTA 6, but it's definitely no confirmation. And he brings up a great point there. With Take-Two projecting to spend $89 million on marketing and advertising, Well, GTA 5's marketing was around the $130 million mark, so why would they spend significantly less if this game is going to be way bigger? And like I said, that was actually responding to a deleted tweet from Jason Schreier. And lastly, on the GTA forums, Yan2295 was asked, "What's your opinion on this? Looks like they probably restarted development, or at least parts of the game. Jason is flexing on Twitter the fact that he told us the game is a ways off." And Yen said, "Jason is so salty about fun and I disagreeing with him. That marketing budget doesn't prove much. It makes sense for it to be for a new GTA, but it could be for something else too, especially if other studios under Take-Two are working on so many titles. Personally, I still don't think GTA 6 is only in early development. Even if that marketing budget is for it and not something else, it seems a bit late to me. But it's definitely not impossible. You never know what could have happened during development, making it take longer than expected. And the current situation with the pandemic definitely doesn't help. As usual, only time will tell." So basically, we're still just stuck in this weird limbo state of who's right, who's wrong. You got to pick your side there. But as far as those projections go from Take-Two Interactive, they do make sense as far as, yes, Take-Two has many titles planned for the next few years, over 90 of those. And GTA 6, I would say, would seemingly just be the biggest without any doubt. So it's going to take up a lot of that advertising, but that doesn't mean that this is just based on one game in that graph, because nowhere does it say anything about GTA 6. We can only use things from the past, like RDR2 and the projections that Take-Two had with that game, to analyze and predict the future. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, learned something new. I've kind of been out of the loop for the last few weeks, just taking some time off, but hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. A little love goes a long way. Got tons of GTA retro content on the way that I'm working on, just a side and different from GTA 6. So anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. Love you all. Consider subscribing. My name is Zach Cox, and I hope to see you in the next video.